Hi, Yvonne.
Jersey is about to bark at herself.
Okay.
Say hello, Jersey. Sit, sit, sit. Oh, quiet, quiet, quiet. No, no.
So I have, Yvonne, I have the 2 breakout rooms.
Awesome.
Making you and Rosamond co-hosts right now.
Right, good. And then when John, Susan, and Lucille get on, we'll have to make them co-host too.
Absolutely.
Because everybody has their own little part of this.
Yeah. I'm looking for my email with all my instructions so I don't mess up.
I don't think I had Lucille on it, but Lucille is going, and she's
What's Lucille's last name?
Toniola,
She's in
Toniola.
my notes because you shared that with me.
Okay, cool. Right, yeah. She texted me. She said, "I did this thing today. I got on an airplane and flew to Kona with my boyfriend, but I'll make the meeting from there."
Okay, let's see here. Confirming your action items to prepare. I'm good to go. So
you want to make me a co-host too, and I'll start credentialing. See, I'm not.
Oh, all right. I don't know why it did that to me. So are you now? Yvonne, are you a co-host?
I don't see it for me, but I see it that she is.
Okay.
So now I see it for me. Okay. I'm there too.
All right. Do you want me to play some music? You know, they get us for copyright infringement every time.
I know, and then Facebook takes it off of the Facebook page.
But you know, it doesn't. It allows us to do it live. I mean, and that I think is important too. So I will go ahead and.
But then does it just take off that part, or does it?
Yeah, it just takes off that part.
Oh, okay. You know, I think Facebook has better things to do than to track our music.
Well, you would think. I'm trying to remember, they're doing it to the page or to the group?
I don't know. I'm not good at all those things.
Oh, come on. All right, we're live. Woo! All right, so we got that part. Hi, Kathleen. Welcome to our club. Ooh, watch out now, it's being live streamed. Let's see if we can get live on, let's see here, redirecting. Woo, here we go. Ooh. This, you know what, in 3 weeks, Africon will be behind me.
Good, that'll be good. So you can make Susan a co-host.
Absolutely. Hi, Susan. You look lovely. You must, everything.
I can't hear you, Susan.
Everything must be coming together nicely for you.
Except her sound, her microphone.
Mic check. 1, 2, Susan, can you say something? Whew. All right. So I think we did say yes to music. We'll go here. This is nice and safe. This is how I've been feeling these days anyway.
Unmute yourself, Susan. There you go.
Hello.
You're there.
Hi.
So Susan,
Hi.
you're the timer tonight. Did John tell you that?
No. Did you
You're the,
tell me
you're,
that?
you're the candidate timer and the speaking timer.
Okay. Let me just confirm how long the candidates have.
They get 5 minutes. So during the endorsement, they get 5 minutes each. And the speaking for and against, each of them get 1 minute each.
I like that song.
Oh, and looking at the your background picture one more time, Andrea tested negative.
Good. That's super good. That's super good. So it's bronchial pneumonia or something like that.
They just
Yeah,
called
well.
it. They just called it something.
Something. Yeah. Oh, there's Beatrice. I mean, am I co-host?
You are.
Okay, good. Hi, Beatrice.
Kathleen left.
She's still connecting.
Is the music too loud?
Excuse me?
No, I think it's okay. Can we hear each other over it?
No, I think it's great. I love this song. I absolutely adore that song.
So was that walk on count towards Andrea being here? You're muted.
You're muted, Beatrice. You're still muted.
There you go. She's just starting up her laptop.
Oh, okay. So maybe that walk on said, okay, count me.
That was just for these.
So John, I'm timer tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm timer. How do I guys, how do I interrupt somebody or tell them that they're over?
Well, so what I thought we were going to be able to do is you have your timer up on your screen,
Okay.
and then put that next to Luana, right? We can spotlight Susan's screen next to the candidate screen, right?
Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna spotlight.
So glad I
Yeah.
have smart people around me who can work out all the logistics. So I don't have to know everything. I feel sorry for
Yeah,
people
I don't-
who feel like they
you know, I
got
don't
to know
know.
everything.
But maybe Luana, if you have trouble doing that, maybe John can.
No, I mean, I can handle it. I'm just being snarky.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually reasonably technically literate. I wrote my first computer program in 1980.
So this is a really funny story. So I went back to school, like I was a returning woman who went back to school,
Mhm.
and I was taking something, I forget it was, but it was something that you had to write a computer program to calculate the present day value of how much what we paid for the city or the island of Manhattan or something. So not a lot of people had computers, including me. And so I wrote that program on an Atari machine.
Wow.
It worked, and it worked. It actually worked.
Well, you have a logic mind. So, I mean,
Well,
really,
they were telling me, obviously they were telling me how to do that. Somebody was teaching me that because I could never do that today.
It's on, you got something on August the 12th. Oh, you can register, that's fine.
oh boy. Sorry, y'all. For some reason, when I turn on the lights, it washes, my eyebrows disappear.
The other question I have is if we have a candidate parade, are we going to do that afterwards, after the endorsement meeting?
No, in the beginning.
Okay, and how long does a candidate parade? How long do they get, Luana, to speak?
Don't they just get a minute?
They just get a minute unless it's their very first time coming to the meeting, right?
Right.
And then how long do they get?
We used to give them 3 minutes, I think, didn't we, Susan?
Okay, right. Okay. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here.
Yeah, and we probably aren't going to have very many that haven't been here before.
So I'm going to throw out a question.
Okay.
Rosalind, I need you unmuted for this question. So if we don't have a quorum, but people are voting by their ballots, and we have a quorum of ballots who voted, are we good? Right. Rosalind, can you speak? You're muted.
Yeah, I'm sorry. How many ballots do we know how many ballots have been turned in before the meeting? Do we have any idea?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, at this point, we have
Don, do
158
you know how many ballots
members.
have
So we
been-
need
do you know how many people have
15,
voted?
16, we need 16 ballots to be a
A
quorum.
quorum, right.
So John says 4 people have voted, 20 people have looked at the ballot, but only 4 people have voted. He's on a work call right now, so.
Well, you know what? I need to find my ballot. I imagine I should vote.
Well, you might want to listen to the,
Yeah.
Yeah, you might not want to do what I did. You might
Well, I
want
mean,
to
I'll
actually
still
listen.
need to find my ballot though.
It was
right,
open to
yes.
12.
Well, you got one this morning as a reminder. It says, are you ready to vote or something like that?
Okay. I believe it. I'm gonna type in the word vote and see what happens.
Okay, I was just,
There she is.
hi,
Wow.
Andrea. Hi.
It's nice to see you again, Andrea.
Hey, yeah, good to talk to you, everyone. Yes, I kept on getting stuck and then kicked out again. I don't know why.
Hopefully,
We're glad to have you.
yes.
Me
And I'm
too.
glad to hear you not coughing and choking.
Oh God, yeah, that code was awful. That was really awful.
Ooh, I got it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I feel so special. Right, how are we doing on time?
Well, it's what time? It's not 6 yet, I don't think.
It's 6:16.
16.
Oh, okay, it's not 6:30 yet, though.
Yeah, we've got 14 minutes.
Okay,
So
so
I'll do some more.
Megan is here, so she's one of our candidates.
Yeah. Okay.
When I wake up in the morning, love,
There we go.
and the sunlight hurts my eyes.
I've got breakout rooms. I've got my to-do list. I am so ready. I think.
Awesome.
I hope.
So
I really want to get this right, Yvonne. And I know you put a lot of work into helping me to prepare. Feel free to poke me if I start to go astray. Because
okay, so do you kind of have your two breakout rooms kind of labeled for yourself as who goes where? Or is
I
it,
will.
I mean, well, you could just say breakout room 1 or 2. So
I have
one group, one of them is for the candidates after they all speak. And the other one is it will be Beatrice, John, and Lucille will all go into that other one. And that will be after, kind of during the time that we give people to vote.
Okay, I'm just making sure I got my to-do list right in front of me.
Okay, and I'll prompt you when, like I will say, it's time for the candidates to leave now.
Okay.
And I will also say it's time to move the counting team to their place, their room.
Okay.
And then can they all come back? Can the candidate one, we have to invite them to come back. But for the counting team, can they just come back when they're ready?
So let me see what I can do in terms of giving the room.
If not, John can just tell Susan that they're ready and then she can tell us.
Yeah, that would be helpful because I don't see a way to configure it.
Okay, all right, that's fine. So, is Susan, where are you? Though, is John gonna be off his call?
I'm gonna go grab some more water. I'll be right back.
Okay. Susan, can you unmute?
In hooky. Student playing hooky.
So instead of morale, we have Dan today.
Dan Castillo,
Yes.
okay.
He's also a member.
He is.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah, he is a member.
So also, I guess, Rosman, for quorum count, that includes all members in good standing, plus the people who voted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though a member in good standing may not be able to vote.
So-
Okay.
So does the quorum count include the people who cannot vote?
Yeah, I think it does, yes. Because it's the only things they can't vote on are endorsements and club officers.
So can we have a separate quorum for endorsement than we have for the general meeting?
I don't think we have to do that. I think if we have a quorum for the meeting,
Okay, I'm just concerned about having a quorum, I guess. Maybe I'm over.
well, but the quorum could be, well, I don't know. I don't
What is
know how.
quorum today, Rosalind?
16 people,
Okay,
60.
16 members.
1
16
6, 1 6, as in the number after 15.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'm not worried then.
No, we have more than enough at that, it's, don't worry about it. I think I'll get more and more. It's not even 6:30, it's 6:22.
Okay. Ooh. Oh boy. I'm excited. Oh, I got one more piece of cream I want to put.
And that is not Jersey.
Oh, that's somebody else's dog, huh?
That's Charlie's. Charlie, it's Charlie. Enough, Charlie's.
I'm trying to find the agenda. I'm sorry, y'all. This is what happens when I don't pack my own shoes. Nothing personal, just let's see here. Uh-oh, what is this one? Oh, Walking on Sunshine again. I just so excited about it. All right, here we go. When I first heard this song, and you guys have heard me play this before, my mom told me to play it, and I was like, Um, okay, we're good to go. Whew. Yeah, it starts off kind of like that. I hear like a motorcycle or something in the background. Okay. Gee, it's going to be interesting with so many cameras off today.
I'm trying to eat dinner and I don't want to be on camera and make other people uncomfortable while I eat my dinner.
Well, Samantha, I understand and hope that as soon as you finish eating, we'll be able to see your beautiful face.
Yes, ma'am. Glad I could join this evening.
I am too.
Am I still a member in good standing? No? Okay. All right. I know it's been a while. Thank you, though.
Is someone controlling my camera?
You?
It went off.
Oh, I don't know. I did not turn it off. Yeah.
Okay.
Got so much going on today. Got 5 minutes, y'all. So anybody who needs to take a bio break or stretch their legs or do anything before we get started, this is a great time to do it.
I like that expression, a bio break.
A bio break.
That's if somebody is a learning, in learning and development and training, that is something.
I'm
you
gonna
use
feed the
all
cat
time.
family, and now the phone is ringing, of course.
So Yvonne, I'm sure you're familiar with the term bio break.
Exactly, used it all for years.
Yep.
Yes. Hello. Yes, I guess you have to take a report. I did missions out. This happened on Friday.
I just muted Barrett because I didn't think she wanted us to hear a conversation.
Oh, that was probably a good.
Good
That was
call.
probably a good choice.
All right, well, we've got a quorum,
All right.
I think. I don't know about Andy. No. We're missing one. We have one more person to get a quorum.
Dunamick is with Dave Myers, so we have a quorum there.
Okay, cool.
We're good to go, y'all.
Good.
So hush, pretty baby, don't you little dollar, do not let a tear fall from your eye.
I want Kathy's hair.
It's honestly a mess, Susan. I don't see how you say that.
But that's the thing about curly hair. As a person with curly hair, the days when I feel like my hair looks the most atrocious, that's when I get the most compliments. It's just the way it works.
That is true.
So we are coming into the home stretch. It is, according to my clock, 6:28 p.m. Oh, 6:29. So we're really close to start time. So I hope everybody has done all of their biological stuff and they have quieted whatever they need to quiet in the background if they want to have their mic unmuted so that we can all hear them very clearly. And welcome to all of you. And for those of you with your cameras on, it is so lovely to see your beautiful faces. All right, this is what they call dead mic in some circles.
Okay, it's great to see you too.
Yay! All right, so we got like 30 seconds. Anybody want to say anything before we officially start the meeting? Anybody need to like vent, scream, holler, you know, any of those good things. All right, so it is that time. It's
Susan needs to
6:30.
vent or holler.
Susan, you need to vent or holler?
Yeah, if you guys have any friends that were veterans from Afghanistan, you might want to reach out to them just to just to talk to them a little bit. Make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
That's really all I wanted to say.
All right, that was a good note.
I just wanted to add, as an Afghan, I appreciate that, Susan, and it's been a very difficult couple of days and several days that we've been dealing with the crisis in our community in San Diego, so that means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
All right, so are y'all ready? Because we've got a pretty ambitious meeting. We've got some important things to talk about today, and we've got some decisions to make, and we've got some news to share that we need people to take action on. And so with all of that being said, we've got 2 people that entered the waiting room. So first thing is call for a quorum and approval of the agenda. Do we have a quorum? Okay, is there a motion to approve the agenda? Do you want to see the agenda? Would that help?
Motion to approve.
All right, has everybody had a chance to look at the agenda? I'm looking for it on my screen.
Did you mail it out?
It
Yes,
went out in the
it
email.
was in the newsletter.
Yes, it
Okay.
was.
Was
Alright.
that Doug who made the motion?
Yes, did I get a second?
No, I thought it was Dave Myers that made the
Dave?
motion.
It was Dave Myers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I second the motion.
Okay, thank you, Kenya.
Taylor. You're
All right.
welcome.
All right, so any reason to not approve the motion? It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any, all right, any who are not in favor, please speak now. Listening. Okay, hearing none. The agenda is accepted. And so now we go to opening remarks and acknowledgements. And I won't say a whole lot because we got a whole lot to do tonight. But I do want to say I really appreciate everyone being here and being prepared for this endorsement meeting. And I hope that we are all ready to do everything we can to stop the recall. So those are just my 2 things. And I also want to acknowledge, that socially and politically things are happening, and we may or may not like them, but, doing the things that we can do something about, if we do what we can about those things, we will at least be practicing and exercising our agency, which I think is particularly important for members of this club. I hope you all agree, and I hope that has some bearing on what you do after the meeting, because it's great for us to get together, but it's even better if we do something meaningful as a result of us being together. With that, then I open it up for candidate announcements. If you have been at our club and made an announcement before, you have 1 minute because we have heard from you. And this is just kind of a, hey, remember me kind of thing. If you have not spoken before as a candidate, then you get 3 minutes. I do not anticipate that and if you are on the agenda to be endorsed, you get 0 minutes because your time is coming. Is everybody clear on the instructions? All right, with that, we will start with Nicole Crosby.
Luana, can you unshare your screen?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. There you go. Yeah.
And so we will start with Nicole Crosby.
Thank you, Dr. Richmond. Hi, everybody. It's great to see your faces. I'm sad I didn't see everybody yesterday morning. I was out in OB doing the recall. I am Nicole Crosby. I'm a San Diego City Council District 6 candidate, and I am prepared from day one to get San Diegans the work and the results that they deserve and expect from their council member. As a chief deputy city attorney, I've made it my life's work to take on gun violence, advocate for safer and stronger communities, advocated for victims of domestic violence, elder abuse, stalking, and child abuse. And what we need to do now is make sure that as residents of this city and of this county, make sure that, we're here to make everything better, safer, and stronger. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm running to lead change and get results in a very stagnated bureaucratic machine that takes a
15
lot to
seconds.
move forward. Thank you. And, we're going to be able to do it together. So Nicole for San Diego, please, look to me, support me, and I appreciate seeing you all again.
Thank
Thank
you, Nicole. Let's see here. Let's remove the spotlight. And the next person up is Zanetta Encarnacion. I'm sorry, I know I just slaughtered your name. I did not mean to, but maybe part of what you'll do is help me get it right next time.
Thank you so much, Dr. Richmond. My dad slaughters it all the time. It's my married name. So I'm Zanita Encarnacion. I am a candidate for Chula Vista City Chula Vista Mayor, in 2022. I'm happy to be with you all tonight. I have 20 years of experience in government, policy, public budgets, and legislation. But more importantly, I have 17 years of experience working in public and community service in the city. I know the city intimately. I know its strengths and its nuances. It's a city that has provided my son the stability and the security that I didn't have growing up as a child of a single father who dropped out of high school, experienced youth homelessness, and ended up going back and getting my associates at community college, bachelor's, master's, and now halfway through my doctorate program. I know what it means when people believe in you. And because of that, I have poured my passion into the city. And I have built broad and deep networks across the city because they know that I am a proven leader in Chula Vista that gets things done. So I would welcome this club's support. I'll be happy to come back. And I'd like to invite anybody who would like to know more about me to visit my website. I'll put it in the chat box, and to join me at my community kickoff on Saturday, August 28th at 10 a.m. at Friendship Park in Chula Vista. And I look forward to working together to build a Chula Vista that works for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next up we have Kent Lee.
Good evening, everyone. Just wanted to take a moment to return. I am here with, you can see hopefully my 1-year-old in the car, just picked him up, and just wanted to come back and just reintroduce myself. Again, Kent Lee, I'm a Democrat running for San Diego City Council to represent District 6 in order to inspire a stronger, more compassionate, more inclusive San Diego. I really came to this race in part because of the urging of the community and really with the belief that those who are serving an elected office should represent and be rooted in the communities that they are serving. For me, I believe that's really been reflected in our efforts so far. For the June 30th timeframe, we have raised over $107,000. But more importantly than that, I think what's the numbers that really do matter is that when we look at the contributions that are within the actual communities of District 6, we've outraised all of our opponents combined, and that nearly 80% of our contributions are from the San Diego region altogether. So we know that there's a new Republican that's jumped in the race. They're going to be fighting to retain the seat, and we will do everything we can to be effective in that. So thank you again, Kent Lee, running for San Diego District 6.
Thank you. Now we go to Joseph Roca. And again, if I slaughtered your name, please correct me so that I don't do it again.
Sure. Hi. Thank you, everyone. My name is Joseph Rocha, and I am running as a Democrat in California 50 against Darrell Issa. I am a 10-year military veteran of the Navy and the Marine Corps. I was a bomb dog handler in the Marine Corps, served overseas in the Middle East doing explosive detection. And then most recently, well, I was separated from the Navy for being gay. I then was in the federal case that ruled that unconstitutional, and then was proud to serve 7 more years after the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell as a judge advocate in the Marine Corps. So I am running because this district is hurting and its congressman is not listening. And I'm running because he betrayed his oath. I was in uniform just a few 100 miles away in North Carolina when the congressman voted against certification of the election, a decision I have told him personally I can't imagine could be more dangerous and more irresponsible. And then of course, against the Recovery Act and against investigating January 6th. So I am for jobs and infrastructure. And when I say jobs, there's a difference between employment and gainful employment, right? You shouldn't have to have 2 or 3 jobs, and you should be able to get home to your family, have dinner with them, and tuck them in at night. And infrastructure, which is more than roads and bridges, it means safe summers for our senior citizens with a power grid that they can rely on, and a solution to our water crisis. So we launched last month. We've broken 6 figures. Our announcement video has had over 250,000 views. And it's not about the views, it's about elevating California 50, right? Because California 50 very well could be the district that determines if Democrats maintain the majority. So tall task. I've been fighting my whole life. That I am ready for this fight, and I look forward to getting to meet all of you. I'll put our website in the chat. So that's at rochaforcongress.com, ROCHA. And I mean, our support has just been incredible from conservatives who, once they learn about my background, you know, they trust military, they trust former law enforcement. They too believe in our Constitution. And to your more unconventional supporters that are excited to hear a voice in a race like this. So I'm very excited. Thank you for so much time in such a busy meeting. And I look forward to the year ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Dave Myers.
Thank you, Dr. Richmond. Hi, everybody. My name is Dave Myers, and I am running for sheriff of San Diego County. Serving in law enforcement for 35 years has been one of the greatest honors and privileges of my life. Protecting our communities and providing assistance to those in need has and will always be my passion. We have seen a steady decline in community trust in law enforcement. People taken into custody at the jails are dying in record numbers, costing taxpayers millions and millions of settlements. The Sheriff's Department is embroiled in multiple sexual harassment and assault cases. Our communities pleas for an independent examination of racial disparities in policing are ignored. It's clear that there has been a failure of leadership at the Sheriff's Department, and our communities are paying the price. Just in the last week, the Sheriff's Department and his leadership team tried to peddle in a false narrative about fentanyl, later claiming his leadership team claimed a deputy overdosed and not doctors. It is time for a change, a renewed focus of core law enforcement competency, and a commitment to rebuilding communities' trust.
Dave, your time is up.
Oh, I thought I had 3 minutes. Okay.
Oh, was this your first time announcing your candidacy in the club?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
I'll give you another 2 minutes. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. I hope we didn't mess up your. You're on.
No.
Sorry, Dave. I really apologize.
This is easy. I've been there and done this before. I'm prepared to put all my community experience and law enforcement work to work. We're seeing, I need to bring back badly needed changes to outdated policies and practices, create a leadership team that is competent, diverse, and trustworthy, rebuild the trust of law enforcement and the communities, complete a complete policy, practice, and expectation review with an emphasis on equity. Specifically, create a task force that will evaluate jail policies, procedures, staffing positions, and custody data to understand the root causes of the record number of jail deaths. meet just the minimum standards for women's health and disease prevention in jails, including banning the use of shackling pregnant women while they give birth. Implement body-worn cameras for deputies in the jails. Implement data-driven crime control strategies. Develop and mandate de-escalation training as a core deputy competency. Set up elder abuse task force to prevent seniors from becoming victims and provide assistance to those who are victimized. Thank you for your support. Last time when I ran for sheriff, the incumbent has said that he is not running.
30 seconds.
But the sheriff has anointed his lifelong Republican friend who just recently became a Democrat to run as a Democrat in this race. But I have a proven record, and my name is Dave Myers, and I'm running for sheriff. Thank you.
Okay.
Next up, we have
Dr.
Dr.
Richmond.
Balash. Did you want to speak? I'm sorry, I was muted.
1 minute, correct?
Yes, Dr. Balash, you have 1 minute.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
My name is Dr. Timothy Bilash, and I'm so glad to be here and share again with the meeting of all our great candidates here. I'm an OBGYN physician and scientist running as a candidate for U.S. House of Representatives District 50 in California 2022, the world I knew, where middle class meant free or affordable college, buying a home, or even attending graduate school without lifelong debt was a reality. We can get back to that America through economic programs, federal job contracts,
30 seconds.
and sensible labor reforms. You might agree America needs more than 4 Democratic doctors in the US House. I will prioritize universal health care, restoring middle-class economic prosperity, and tear down systemic cultural, ethnic, and gender barriers in law and fact. Thank you for your attention and for having me here.
Thank you. And now we have Tommy Howe.
Thank you, Dr. Richmond. I appreciate it. Tommy Howe, San Diego County Planning Commissioner, running for San Diego City Council in District 6. Real quickly, we've been out and about for the last several weeks, my team and I, and the message that we're getting from the community is very, very clear. They want their infrastructure restored and they want it improved upon. And they're tired of downtown ignoring these grave concerns that we've had at District 6 for the last several years that simply have not been addressed by Chris Cates or Lori Zapp. That goes back quite a long ways. They're concerned about housing. We want additional housing and welcome new neighbors to our community. We just want to make sure that we're not adding more cars onto our already very, very congested streets. And that's a trick with the lack of transit that we have in District 6. These are some of the problems that we need to be solved. I'm pleased to say we were endorsed by Supervisor Tara Lawson-Remer, and we're going to be doing an event with Supervisor Lawson-Remer as a featured guest and host on August the 29th. I'm happy to drop more information in the chat about that. Would love to see you there. And very pleased, we were just endorsed today by Azim Khamisa of the Tariq Khamisa Foundation. Thanks for your time, everyone. Great seeing everyone. I'll drop the information in the chat.
Thank you. Thanks, Tommy. Michelle, are you speaking as a candidate?
I am. I'm speaking for a candidate.
Okay. You have, this is the first time this candidate has been spoken for in the club?
I don't know, Monica Montgomery.
I don't know that, so can anyone give me, I don't recall Monica announcing yet in our club. Is that correct?
I think that's correct.
So Michelle, you have 3 minutes.
Okay. So obviously I would love her when she's on vacation, a very well-deserved vacation right now. I would love her to be able to speak for herself, obviously. But I do want to let everybody know that she's super excited, and I am as well, that she's doing her community launch this Saturday, August 28th from 1 to 3 p.m. At the Sons and Daughters of Guam. if somebody, I'm sure besides Luana, there's other people that probably have the link. If somebody could put it in the chat, I would appreciate it. Again, Saturday, August 28th, Sons and Daughters of Guam, 334 Willie James Avenue. Willie James Jones Avenue, sorry, near Lincoln High School. Please come. The seniors are practicing their line dancing every single day. It really is going to be a lot of fun. There'll be music, great food, and great camaraderie. And we all know how much we need Monica to be on our city council with the voice of reason. That's all I'm going to say right now. I'm going to add 30 seconds to say, if Zanita is here, I don't need to do it, but her launch is also the same day.
She's here.
10, 12.
She's here. And
Okay.
she spoke.
Thank you very much. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Michelle. So now we move on to recognition of our elected officials and representatives.
How long do they get?
I think it's 1 minute, 2 minutes. Yvonne, how long do they get?
Okay.
Oh, no longer than 3 minutes. Sorry. Yeah.
No longer than 3 minutes, is that
Yeah,
it?
so Michelle, are you raising your hand again, or did you just not lower your hand?
I didn't lower my hand, but you can tell the appropriate place to do the regional director report.
Is that an elected position?
Yes.
And give your report.
Okay, and I'll take much less than 3 minutes. Basically, I'm just strongly encouraging everybody to take advantage of the fact that the executive board meeting for the California Democratic Party is happening virtually August 23rd through August 29th. Go to kadem.org and check out the schedule. Normally you have to pay money for a hotel, for transportation, for fees. This is all free. Everything is free with the exception of 1 or 2 general sessions, but everything else, all of the training seminars, all of the caucuses, 19 caucuses, 8 standing committees, see how your party is run and have a voice in that. People can speak during non-agenda public comment. Kadem.org, August 23rd through the 29th. They are spreading out the caucuses for the very first time.
Oh,
And
nice.
thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Doug Case.
Okay, thank you. I'm Doug Case. I represent the Senate President Pro Tem Tony Atkins. I'll take less than 3 minutes. I gave a report last month on the state budget, and I wanted to focus this month on that part of the state budget that affects San Diego itself, San Diego County. There is, I think we totaled up a little over $250 million is coming directly to county projects. And I want to give you a listing of some of those. $27 million is for homeless projects, and that's for the city of San Diego. Over a 2-year period, there'll be $100 million available throughout the county. $50 million for the city of San Diego's Pure Water Project, which supports phase 1 of the city's multi-year purified water project. $18 million for the San Vicente pump station. $30 million for the design and site development for the new UCSD hospital in Hillcrest. As you may know, that has to be replaced because of seismic issues. $8.4 million for the replacement of the Ocean Beach pier. $3 million to San Diego Symphony's new radius shell at Jacobs Park. $3.5 million to the Del Mar Fairgrounds Agricultural District, and $35 million for the San Diego College of Education, Continuing Education, Educational Cultural Complex. And in addition, cities within San Diego can apply for $30 million in grants for sea level rise program and planning. And so I'll leave it at that. And thank you.
Thank you. Barrett Holman Leak, I see your note about not being able to Oops, I removed the wrong spotlight. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. Is having massive technical issue here. I'm sorry. It keeps turning off my
Okay,
camera.
Barrett, you
and
have
my-
1 minute. You
So
have
my
go
1
ahead and-
minute.
Yeah, get started.
Okay. Barrett Holman Leak, and I am running California 53rd, which is, of course, going to be changing to whatever number they choose. And I'm running basically to be the working class candidate who is representative for this community, which is a very diverse community. And I feel that we need that kind of representation, and that's the person that I am. I've been based in San Diego for more than 3 decades, and I am seeking any endorsements, of course, that I can get, but mainly to make the voice heard of this diverse district. I'll put my information in the chat and let it go at that. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So, all right, we did it. We got through this part. So now I think this is the part where I turn the meeting over to Yvonne Elkin, and I get to sit on my hands for a little while. Yvonne, are you ready to chair the meeting?
I am.
Right, let me find you so I can spotlight you, because I think that you should have to have that experience just like everybody else.
Okay. I actually like the Democratic Women's Club thing in the middle of my screen.
Yeah, there you go.
There I am. Okay.
Yeah. Woo!
And John doesn't have to time me.
Yeah, and I get to mute and just sit on my hands and maybe click.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, so welcome everybody to the Democratic Women's Club first attempted endorsement of the 2021-2022 cycle. Tonight, we are going to attempt to endorse in the La Mesa City Council special election race. The 3 candidates who have submitted their paperwork and are qualified to, to become endorsed by this club are Mejkin, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I hope, Mejkin Afshan, Patricia Dillard, and Michelle Loudon. Now, I don't know that I know Meshkin is here. I don't know. Could somebody tell me whether the other 2 are here?
Patricia Dillard's here.
Okay, great. And how about Michelle? I do not see Michelle. All right, well, let's, it's just a little bit of time. I have some things that I want to go over. So I also want to take a minute to introduce the illustrious endorsement committee. Many are repeat members from our last cycle, and they did such a good job that I wanted to keep them all together. So we have Rosamond Blevins, who's our treasurer, and she does all of the credentialing. We have Ruth Rollins. I think she is here. She is our emeritus consultant and tells us how to do everything that we need to do. Lucille Toniello has not joined us yet. She is going to join us from Hawaii, and hopefully
I'm here.
she will.
Hello.
Oh, yay! There you are. Okay, so she has joined us from Hawaii, and she is on our what we call the counting team, along with Beatrice Kubit and John Laughlin. And then Susan is also somebody that kind of leads us through it all. And tonight she is going to be our timer. So I want to go over a couple things with you as far as the process. So all of you, okay, so number 1, if we changed the bylaws, the club revised the bylaws and approved them in February. So in order to be eligible to vote tonight at an endorsement meeting, just at the endorsement portion, you have to be a member in good standing, which means that you are paid and that you have attended at least 2 meetings in the prior 12 months. So all of those who are eligible to vote did receive a ballot. We sent it out the first time on Thursday, I believe it was. And then this morning you got a reminder. In that email with the ballot, you had a link to the endorsement questionnaires, the 3 questionnaires that our candidates submitted to us. There was also an overview of the process, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. And then at the bottom of the email is the link to your personal ballot. So every single eligible member that's eligible to vote got their own personal ballot. You open it up, you will see the list on the left. You'll see the 3 candidates' names and no endorsement. We are doing ranked choice voting. So what your job is to pick your 2 top choices and just drag them over to the box on the right. So you're going to pick your first choice and your second choice and put them in the box on the right. Either choice can be no endorsement. So you treat no endorsement like one of the candidates, because we can, as a club, vote to not endorse in a race. And then let me kind of go over how we count, just to remind people who haven't done this before. So I'm going to share my screen, I think. Yes, maybe, hopefully. First I have to click share screen, right?
Yvonne?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm a member. I'm pretty sure I'm a good standing member, and I've attended more than 2 meetings, but I've just checked my emails and I don't know if I've received a ballot.
I don't know who's talking. Can you tell me who's talking to me?
Mejgan Afshan?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Mejgan Afshan?
Okay, so Rosman, can you verify, did we, or John, can somebody verify that we sent her a ballot?
Yeah, hey Yvonne, this is John. So yeah, Mejgan, I can send you in the chat. Yeah, you are on the list of people who should have received a ballot. And so I'll send you a link in the chat.
Am I on that list? Because I don't have a ballot. I didn't get one.
Who's asking me now?
Barrett.
So the ballots came, they were from the Democratic Women's Club Endorsement Committee. So you need to please look in your spam file as well to see if it went there.
Yeah, and just to say, if Yvonne, just to jump in, if people just want to chat me in the chat, if you didn't get a ballot, I can send you in the chat a direct link.
No, I don't have one. Could you please send me another?
Yes. Sir.
All right, and I see Jen French says she didn't get hers either. All right, well, so if you did not get your ballot or cannot find it in your email, again, it came from, let me look real quick. It came from the DWC-SD Endorsement Committee is where it came from.
And Yvonne, how are you dealing with people that don't do email?
You're going to talk to John on the phone.
Okay, I don't know if there's anyone that's on the phone that can't do it. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, so John can give you a call, right, John? Are you there, John?
Yeah, sorry, I'm here. Yeah, I can call you Michelle, and or you can text me, whatever's better for you.
Yeah, it might be a phone call.
Sure.
Okay, so again, John, you're going to get some texts about the people who did not get it. Okay, Jen French said she found hers. Barrett says no, she did not get one.
I found mine. It was in the spam box. Thank you so much, John.
Okay, great.
All right, I see hands up. Luana, do you have your hand up?
Yeah, I just wanted to, maybe it might be helpful just, so we can move things along. Everyone who did not get a ballot, if they, so we're not going back and forth. If you could just send a note to John, I think John,
Right.
the master
Exactly.
list, and that way you can take care of that housekeeping while we proceed with the meeting, because endorsements can be quite lengthy, and I
Right. Thank you.
John's patience.
Yeah. All right, thank you. So again, just to remind everybody, you have to be paid to date. In other words, you cannot be past due on your dues, and you have to have attended at least 2 prior meetings in the previous 12 months. So that started August 2020 through July of 2021. So just to let you know. So, okay, so let me move on, and I'm going to share my screen and go over the counting process really quickly. Why is this here like that? I want to do this way. Maybe I have to, let me try this. Okay, so share, okay. Now I want to go here. Can you see? No, can you see my screen?
Yes,
We can see your screen.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so on the right is an example of how we vote. So what will happen, and we are very fortunate that last year when we had to go virtual, John found this wonderful counting app or voting app that really tabulates for us. But in a ranked choice ballot, what happens is all of the candidates, as you see on your ballots, are listed plus no endorsement. And then people vote for their first and second choice. And then basically what will happen is that the app and our team will validate this, will count the first choice votes for each of the candidates and no endorsement. So in this case, it'd be A, B, C and no endorsement. And then it will stop. Well, what generally happens there. So assuming we have 50 voting members, we're going to just use that as an example. It would require 30 votes because it takes 60% to achieve an endorsement from the club. So all of the first choice votes are counted and put in their column. We look at the top two and eliminate anything beyond that top two except for no endorsement. And then we take those votes from the ballots that we eliminated and add that to their second choices get added to the first choices of the remaining two candidates, and then you get a total. So you can see in this case, A got 6, B got 20, C got 12, D got 8, no endorsement got 4. We eliminated A and D as the bottom two, and we counted second choices from A and D, which gave B 10 more votes and gave C no more votes and gave no endorsement 4 more votes. So the final tally was 30 for B, 12 for C, and 8 for no endorsement. 30 was enough to make 60%. So in that example, candidate B would have been endorsed. And our counting team is really very good at this. They become pros, and the system really helps them do it anyway. So we can get this done really fast once you all vote. Unshare my screen. I don't know how to do that. Let me see how I do that. Oh, up here. So John, tell me how, or Luana, somebody tell me how to unshare.
Yeah, stop share. There should be a red button.
Oh, is that? No, that's not here. I don't see a stop share. Oh, there it is. I see it down there. Okay. Okay. Yay. Okay. So I'll entertain any quick questions. Please raise your hand. And if you don't have any questions, we will move on to the endorsement. Luana, is your hand still up, or do you have a new question? Luana? Okay.
Sorry about that. Poor form.
Okay, so I'm going to, if nobody has any questions, then what we're going to do, okay, just a reminder to our candidates, you each have 5 minutes to speak. I see Mejkin and I see Patricia. Let me see if, does anybody see Michelle? All right, well, if she doesn't join us, then we will only have 2 candidates speaking, but that does not eliminate Michelle from the running, just to let you all know.
Can
So
we-
you all had a chance, we all had a chance to look at the candidate questionnaires. And so Michelle Loudon, Louden, was a candidate, is a candidate. And she still qualifies because she met all of the requirements. Luana, you have a question?
And to make it easier for me to spotlight them, can we please have the candidates raise their hands so that'll put them at the front of the queue?
Okay, and we're going to start with Megan first because we always go alphabetical. So Michigan, you can start and you have 5 minutes to speak. Apparently, it looks like John is going to time you. And so you can just kind of watch the timer. Okay, ready, John? Everybody? There you go.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Mijgan Afshan, and it's a pleasure being with you all. Thank you for having us tonight. As a young woman growing up in La Mesa and in San Diego, I've got to see firsthand what it means to be involved in social justice, equitable policy change, and civil rights work. And that is what's led me to this point in my life. Having grown up in La Mesa and been a resident over 31 years, I think it's important that people understand that my time in the Democratic Party for over 20 years has been actively supporting progressive policy change as well as Democratic candidates. And I'd love to be able to have your support. Our campaign is running on an equitable policy platform where we want to be able to support and encourage the changes that have happened in La Mesa and continue to push this blue wave, not just in La Mesa, but throughout the rest of East County. God willing. And it's very important to be able to elect a woman of color to this seat because as it is an all male city council. Our city council special election is going to be, the ballots will be dropping October 4th and they end and wrap up on November 2nd. And the campaign that we have started is reflective of the community we live in. It is comprised of a diverse, beautiful array of community members that are Black and Brown, Latino, as well as parts of our faith community and leaders. And it's important to reiterate that equitable policy change has to come from people working on the ground collaboratively in coalition together. One of the things we want to be able to support is the ongoing changes into police reform in La Mesa and supporting the Police Oversight Committee in being able to bring about more teeth to the Police Oversight Board in La Mesa. And eventually we would love to be able to create more affordable, equitable access to affordable housing in La Mesa and to support our houseless community members that continue to be a growing community and a growing issue facing not just La Mesa, but the rest of the region, as well as making sure we create a permanent library. Unfortunately, many people don't even realize, but we still don't have a permanent library after almost 7-8 years of going back and forth with City Council and so many of our community members working on this. We have yet to make a permanent home for our library and access to, equitable education for our children and our community members. Another thing we want to make sure to support is supporting our climate action change and making sure that we change and improve the climate action plan that we have now to be able to fulfill the goals that we have to complete this plan by 2035. And I'll be working with Council Member Jack Hsu, Vice Mayor Jack Hsu, who has endorsed me since the very beginning of my race in this very important, critical race. Another issue is this race is very critical for our Sandag and MTS seats. If we lose this seat in La Mesa, that means that we will not be able to secure and keep a hold of our Sandag and MTS seats for the East County region. And so it's a critical race. And I encourage your endorsement, and hopefully we would love to be able to have your support on the ground, whether it be phone banking remotely or canvassing door to door. Our campaign has already begun. It started on about 3 weeks ago, and then we had our campaign kickoff, and we just opened up our office 2 weeks ago. And as of this weekend, we started phone banking with with 19 people phone banking for us from all across the region. So I want to be able to make sure that we're centering our leadership of women of color, and also making sure the person that is endorsed has the experience in terms of policy and equity and government change, substantial change, progressive change for our La
20
Mesa
seconds.
City Council to become not just blue, but to continue the blue wave throughout the East County region. And that's all. Thank you so much.
Sorry, Megan, I stopped you a little bit too early.
So my name is pronounced Mejgan, kind of like Dijon, but Mejgan. So I know it's kind of hard, but yeah, hopefully people can get it soon.
Okay, Patricia.
Hi, good evening, and thank you so much for having me. My name is Patricia Dillard, and I'm running for La Mesa City Council. I have worked my way up and served in the community of La Mesa for well over 25 years. During that time, I've helped my 3 children go to school and college, and also assisted 2 nephews to go to college here in La Mesa as well. I also started and ran a profitable publishing company in La Mesa and spent countless hours helping others in my community. I am running for La Mesa City Council because I want to continue to improve the La Mesa community. My platform is public safety, criminal justice, and reducing homelessness. I would like for you to consider me as a candidate for the La Mesa City Council seat, and I am also endorsed by Dr. Akilah Weber. I have worked tirelessly and donated much of my time towards working in La Mesa to make La Mesa a better place. As a resident and a community activist in La Mesa, I have demonstrated time and time again that I qualify and am committed to serving the community of La Mesa in small and big ways without any fanfare. My most recent service started in January 2022 when I was asked to join the Community Police Oversight Task Force, where I worked to do what the community requested regarding criminal justice in the La Mesa Police Department. Our task force worked with 3 criminal justice attorneys while designing and researching the total ability to design ordinances that was ultimately approved by the La Mesa City Council. I also assisted with the handbook and the design of our website, which is currently on the La Mesa City website. In early January of this year, I interviewed and was selected from more than 60 people to serve on the Community Police Oversight Board. I am now the vice chair, or serve as the vice chair, and I have worked tirelessly with the police department and the city of La Mesa for criminal justice reform. Also, I just recently in the last month served and interviewed. There was 2 of our board members, me being one of them, who interviewed and ultimately selected our brand new independent police auditor. They are actually coming on very, very shortly. In our next meeting, they will be introduced to the public. I have served every single committee meeting, board meeting, always working very diligently to do what we need to do for La Mesa. I have started a new event just recently, have gathered together and am co-chairing for the Juneteenth 2022. Again, this is a event that has already gathered over 25 volunteers, and we are planning our event every month now to make that successful. In 2022, it will be filled with family members and to include music. It's all family oriented, food, art, music, and more importantly, our history of Juneteenth. And it will be held on the La Mesa Arts Academy school grounds in June of next year. I have always worked and dedicated my life to serve my community, and I feel I am fully qualified for the La Mesa
30
City
seconds.
Council. I am also endorsed by Dr. Akilah Weber, and I appreciate her endorsement, and I know that she fully believes in me, and I ask for your endorsement and for your consideration in advance. Thank you for your time.
All
We
right.
always
thank
appreciate when
you.
our candidates are right on time. Thanks, Patricia.
All right, thank you so much, Patricia and Meshkin. Is that right? Oh, okay. I'm just going to make a call to say, is Michelle Loudon on with us? I don't see her on the list, but I could be missing her. I'll just call one more time. Is Michelle here? Is anybody here to represent Michelle? Okay, all right. Well, then we're going to kind of move on. Again, as I said, Michelle remains eligible because she did send in her endorsement questionnaire on time, and that's the eligibility requirement. So hopefully the members who could vote have been able to read that. And Luana, if we could move Patricia and Meshkin to their breakout room. And do either of you have a paid staff member with you at all? Patricia, do you happen to have a paid staff member with you?
No.
Okay, Meshkin, how about you?
No, I don't, but I thought there's not going to be any other questions.
You only get to 5 minutes, that's it.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so we're gonna move the two of you to the breakout room so that the membership can now discuss our options here. So Luana, are
Yes, I
you?
had a question. This is Samantha.
Okay, well, do you want to wait until we get to the membership discussion?
I kind of wanted to piggyback on what Mishkan was saying. Are we not going to have the opportunity to ask questions of the candidate?
No, we are not. They have 5 minutes to speak. They can use that 5 minutes any way they'd like. If they had wanted to make it open to questions, then they could have done that.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry. Okay, so I see a list of all these people unassigned. Don't we just want Meshkin and Patricia to go? Are they already did they both go? I can't see. I don't know what this. I am going to close that.
I see Meshkin's still here. She's still in the meeting.
There. Okay, so Meshkin and Patricia, if you will accept your invitation to go. And it says the breakout rooms will close in 45 seconds. I don't think we want that to happen.
Yvonne, there's nothing on my screen to accept. I don't have anything.
All right, Luana, help.
I think you have to open the rooms.
Okay, so, okay, yeah, but I don't want to open, but wait a minute. I don't want this one. I want the other one. I don't want the unassigned. So So Patricia and Meshkin, can you now? So Patricia has joined. So if you slide down, do you see anything on your screen, Meshkin?
There's nothing on my screen to click on, and I just see, the squares from the gallery of everybody's picture and our chat box and the participants. There's nothing for me to click on.
I don't know how do we help her? Because I'm not in control of these. Luana, are you here?
I am. I had to put her in a waiting room because for some reason it didn't put her in a.
I'm still here. I can see you guys.
Oh,
Okay, if you add John as a co-host, he might be able to help out.
yeah. I'm gonna close all the rooms and start over.
Hey, look, I thought Patricia
created-
already was there.
Yeah, but for whatever reason it didn't move both of them.
Okay.
So we got unassigned. We've got Patricia and
Meshkin.
Yes. So Patricia is in the room. For whatever reason, Meshkin is not going to the room. So
Because she says she doesn't see anything to click on to go.
There's a thing on my screen that says the host has opened breakout rooms. Please wait to be assigned, but there's nothing for me to click on to go into or.
Well, it shows you as assigned.
Yeah, scroll to the bottom of that.
You know what? Let me try this again. Oh, I know what I did wrong.
We're all a work in progress. Thank you, ladies, for setting this up.
Well, thank you.
I've got Megan Hughes.
Yeah, I put the wrong person in the room.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and yeah, okay, and all
Okay,
right. So
did she go?
yeah, so Patricia and Meshkin are both in the breakout room now.
Awesome.
So your hand is up. I'm not. You're running the meeting, Yvonne. I'm gonna show.
Okay, so Michelle, did you have a question before we start discussion?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
It was actually, it was before, and it was because I don't know that it was clear. It's fine, it is what it is, but I don't think it was clear that they could have used that 5 minutes in any way, because I know a lot of us had questions.
Well, but see, it was clear for them because they got 3 emails from me.
I
telling
see.
them what they could do with their 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
So, okay, so now I'm gonna lower her. Okay, so we now are going to invite member discussion. So just to remind everybody, what we allow is 2 members to speak for each candidate and up to 2 members to speak against each candidate. And we allow you each 1 minute to speak. So we're going to start with Meshkin. Do I have anybody that would like to speak for her? And please raise your hand.
Yvonne, there's a question in the chat as to whether you need to be a club member to
Yes,
speak.
you do need to be a club member to speak in this part of it, yes. Okay, I see Cheryl Roberts. And let me see if there's anybody else before we move. And Cheryl, you're going to speak for? Okay. Is there anybody else who wants to speak for Meshkin? Going once, twice, 3 times. Okay, Cheryl, you have 1 minute. Make sure you unmute. Okay, here you go.
Yeah. I've known Meshkin for a while, and I know that she's been involved in local politics and county politics and actually statewide politics for a very long time. She's very passionate in the change that she wants to make, and I think that she will make an outstanding leader in La Mesa. And I 100% support Mishkan.
All right, thank you so much, Cheryl. All right, do I have any, you want to lower your hand, Cheryl, please? So do I have anybody who wants to speak in opposition to Mishkan? Asking again. And the third time. All right, let's move on to Patricia. Do I have anybody who wants to speak on behalf or, in support of Patricia? Please raise your hand. All right, again, I'm asking if anybody wants to speak in support of Patricia Dillard. And a third time, anybody wants to speak in support of Patricia? All right, then we'll move to in opposition to Patricia. Is there anybody who wishes to speak against her candidacy? Going once, twice, 3 times. It is time to vote if you haven't voted already. If there is anybody yet who has not received their ballot, make sure that you quickly send a chat to John Laughlin so he can get a ballot out to you. If you already have your ballot, please, and you have not yet voted, please do so now. Remember, you can only vote once. You will need to move your first and second choice from the left side to the right, the box on the right side. And then at the bottom, you will see a verification that says, I understand I can vote only once. And then you have to click that before you can submit it. And we'll give you about, how about 5 minutes to get that done. And Luana, if you want to put something short in there. And also let's move our counting team to their breakout room.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to do something weird. I gotta close the room, bring them back, and then put everybody out because I was having trouble with the breakout rooms. So
yeah, but
there's not any more
okay, all
discussion.
right. Well, we can do that for now, but we might have to send them back.
Well, I'm gonna
if
send
we
them
have
back.
to do. Okay, but in the meantime, you're gonna send John and everybody there.
Yeah, I'm gonna. The breakout room is gonna close in 49 seconds.
And then John, can you reach out to Michelle?
Yeah, I have. I just spoke to Michelle. Yeah.
Okay, super, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So I see in the chat, there are a couple of people who said they don't have a ballot.
All right, so Brenda Miller, I don't know,
Yeah, so Brenda, I just sent a link to her ballot in the chat. So Brenda, you should have.
okay, and
yours.
what about Barrett?
Yeah,
I
Barrett,
thought
I sent one earlier, but I'll send it again. So
right,
Barrett,
so Barrett, you
should-
need to find where these are going.
No, this is in the chat here on the Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.